I knew this topic would resonate. I did not expect it to explode on 3 different platforms or for thousands of Gen X women to start telling their stories and their truth in the comments. So I used the same conversation, the same topic on YouTube, Threads, and TikTok. And it exploded in all 3 places within the same week. And not because I did some little trick or fooled the algorithm somehow. Clearly, it's because Gen X women really connected with the topic, with the subject. And it was all about exhaustion, burnout, overwhelm, and finally being able to talk about it out loud. So, first, my name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X big sister. We talk about all things about pretirement here, and pretirement is the last 10 to 15 years-ish before you retire and creating a life filled with joy now. So that's what we talk about. Today, I'm revisiting this topic that's just exploding everywhere around burnout and exhaustion. And just to give you a little bit of an idea, because if you are feeling this way, if you're feeling tired, stuck, overwhelmed, burnt, exhausted, confused, foggy, all of those things, and your plate is full and you're carrying the full load of everything, you are saying you are not alone is an understatement. And you can take a walk through the comments on any of the posts that I've made on this subject, and particularly, in recent weeks. So when I talked about it recently here on this channel, on YouTube, we went to 17,000 views with about 500 comments under this video. And then what I did is I took a clip from the video, and I think I just took like the opener of the video, posted it on TikTok. I had not used my TikTok in a really long time. I have mixed, complicated feelings about TikTok, but I put it up there anyway. And 15,000 views on TikTok. Now, mind you, the best TikTok I've ever posted for myself was like 3,000 views. So this is 5 times my best performing TikTok. And it generated about 200 comments. I've never had a TikTok generate so many comments. And then on Threads, I took the transcript from the conversation we were having about burnout and extracted some important concepts out of it. And it exploded to 123,000 views on Threads with over 700 comments. So that's a grand total of like 155 views and 1,500 comments across 3 channels of people discussing this subject. Not all in agreement. There was a small percentage of trolls. I'm not going to talk about them on this video, but so many of us sharing our stories. Personally, I'm on the other side of it. I do have to put that in there. I am on the other side of feeling this way. I felt this way about 5 years ago, and I was in the thick of it. And it took a long time. It took me a couple of years to pull out of it. And I have been living a very well-aligned, joyful life for about 4 years now, where I'm sort of in flow. And what I've been doing, part of what I do is serving women who are in the thick of it and helping to support them, guide them, just give them a space and a place to talk about it. I mean, having this happen this way on social media is just one strong indicator of how many of us are in the same boat. So in the comments, in the 1,500-ish comments across these platforms, women were sharing their stories. They were also commenting about how healing it was for them to read each other's comments and stories and connecting with each other, and not just my story, but each other's stories. And then many people talked about how they don't have people in their life that really understand how they're feeling, or the people in their life are still leaning on them for a lot, so they don't really ask for help and support. And when I first started talking about this on Threads back in December, got a lot of conversation going back on Threads. If you're a Gen X woman and you like to, chit chat in text form, I highly recommend Threads if you're not on it at the moment. So the conversation started there, and it inspired me to launch these Gen X Women coffee chats, virtual coffee chats. I'm actually getting ready to do one here today because I'm recording this on Sunday, on Mother's Day. We do these coffee chats once a month, second Sunday of every month, and every time we get off the call, there's just this warm feeling, this warm connection, hearing each other share, just giving space to be able to talk about ourselves and listen to each other has just been amazing.
Can I just talk to you about this high that I'm on right now, this elevation? I just got off of a Zoom call, a coffee chat that my Gen X big sister, Amy Palmer, hosted. And there were a bunch of women on just supporting and supporting one another, talking about our challenges with midlife and grown up gap years. And let me tell you, it was so wonderful. I mean, just being in the company of these strangers, but talking about our vulnerabilities and, career shifts, menopause, perimenopause, children, husbands, not having children and husbands, parents and caregivers. I mean, just all of that. And so, Amy, thank you so much. I am so happy that I joined. So anyway, I really wanted to be there because, Amy is my, Gen X, or not she's my Gen X big sister and has been so supportive. And I just wanted to get on this call and show up and be supportive of her. And oh my goodness, it really poured into me. So, great way to start the day.
And I've been trying to figure out for months, where do we take it from there and how can we go deeper? Now, the monthly chats I offer complimentary because I get so much out of it, and I want to be able to have make it as easy to join us as it possibly can be, so that we can give any and every woman an opportunity to speak and connect. So I do that complimentary, and I'm going to continue to do that on a monthly basis. As I thought about what would it take to go deeper and how can I build a community that would allow us to go deeper, that is part of what has inspired me to create and build the Gen X Women Inner Circle. And that is a community where we're going to have these virtual meetings more often. We're going to have an offline connection through like WhatsApp for in-between calls. And then as we kind of get going, we can start talking about in-person meetups, and because we really want to connect in person in different places around the country. I'm fully nomadic, so I travel around all the time. So that is really what was the inspiration behind launching and building the Gen X Women Inner Circle. And I am about to, now, well, by the time you're watching this, it'll have happened yesterday. But right now, as I'm about to go on our Gen X Women coffee chat, many of them have asked me, can we have calls more often? Can we have calls that last longer? Can we do more? Can we figure this out? And I would love to do all of that, which is why I've created this community. So I'm about to share with the women who have been doing this for a few months. I'm going to share it with them first, what it's all about. And then I will start sharing it with you and opening up the doors.
There is so much to be said about community. I met Amy because I joined a community, and here we are, connecting outside of it. It is just, there is so much to be said about choosing yourself and finding your community. It isn't always the people that and who are in your life. Sometimes it's stepping out of that because you want more. And I've struggled with that at times too, that I've said I want more, but feel like greedy, or I want something different, but the people around me don't really understand it's new. And why are you doing this? Well, that sounds like midlife crisis. No, it's a midlife shift. It's a reset. It means I'm evolving, I'm growing.
Now, I'm going to limit this first cohort to 15 people because I want to keep it intimate. And once I hit that 15, I will create a wait list for when I'm ready to create like a next cohort, like a separate cohort. I want it to remain not too intimidating, easy to connect, an ability to get to know each other and to really go deep with each other, as we share and connect. And then as we do that, we can find ways for, different cohorts to interact as well. So the possibilities are endless. And the cool thing is, for these early cohorts, you're going to be able to help me really customize, flesh this out, and build it into something truly, truly beautiful. It is called GenX Women in the title, but I'm not exclusive. If you're younger or older and connect with what we're talking about, you are absolutely welcome to join. I keep the Gen X focus because that is what started the traction and the conversation for me online. I've been talking about a lot of these topics for the last couple of years. And it's been the last handful of months when I narrowed the conversation to talking to Gen X and talking to the specific nuances of our specific life experience, that the conversation has really taken off and grown from there. But there's definitely women on both sides of the generations that they absolutely are in a similar boat and can relate. So you are more than welcome to join. So if you are curious, I would check out the video where I talked about this on this platform. There's actually been a couple of videos. My first video on this topic a few months ago, got a lot of traction. So I will put the links. I'll show those here so you can check those out. I suggest taking a little walk through the comments and reading different women's stories. And if you are interested in joining us and connecting, check out GenX Women Inner Circle. And that will tell you all about our membership that is launching on May 20th. I look forward to seeing you there. Hope you're having a great week. I hope you have opportunity to have some space and time for yourself. If you don't, let's figure that out first. We need a little quiet time, still time, rest time, heal time. So that is my wish for you for this week. And I look forward to seeing you in the inner circle. I'm Amy. I am your Gen X big sister, and I am signing out.